Good morning, students. We have started our second chapter. Okay. In that, we have studied density. Okay. What we said, density. Okay. Your second chapter is, what is this? Measurement. I have given you one question in the last class. Did you all solve that problem? Okay. In the second chapter, measurement, we will study today. Take out page number 26 in your textbook. See figure 2.1. Figure 2.1, page number 26. Now, in the last class, we have studied a problem that a physical quantity density is mass by volume. Yes, density we have defined it as mass by volume. Now why we are learning about this density? We have done an activity there. We need to find out why some objects are sinking in water, why some objects are floating. If we place a piece of paper in a beaker containing water, it will float. If I take a small iron piece or a stone and allow it to fall into the water, it will sink in the water. Now we say that the stone is sinking because of the heaviness, that is because of its mass, while the paper mass is very much lighter than the stone. Here density is the physical quantity which describes whether the substance is heavier or lighter. Hence, we said that this property, this physical quantity differentiates from one substance to the another substance. Okay. Now, why I have asked you to open your textbook page number 26 means, now today we will learn about measurement of irregular solids. Irregular means they don't have certain fixed shape. Okay? Irregular solids. For that, we will use and called as Eureka can. You have in figure 2.1. If you want to see figure 2.1. Okay? In this, you will be having a can shape. To that, you will have a long neck like this. Neck. This we call it as a spout. Okay? This can we have fully filled with water. Now if I drop any object inside this water, what happens? The water will be coming out from this spout. You can see in your textbook. Here, spout. 2.1 Eureka can. See, Eureka can is a container with a spout positioned near the top. At the top you will have a spout. That means small opening there, so that if you have filled it with water and drop any substance inside this Eureka can, the water will be coming out through this spout. Okay. Now, by using this Eureka can, we can find out the volume of any irregular solid objects. Okay? How to find out the volume of any irregular solid objects? Let us say an activity there. In the page number, you have activity. Activity 1. What is the aim of the activity? Aim is to find, he has given you, look at activity 1. Aim to find the volume of pebbles using Eureka can. See here, our aim is to find the volume of pebbles. What do you mean by pebbles? Stones. Another name for pebbles is stone. Okay? Find the volume of pebbles using Eureka can. I have told you what do you mean by an Eureka can. It's a can shape. It will be having a spout at the top, so that if you place any object inside the Eureka can, the water which is coming out can be come out through the spout. Okay? Now, what do you mean by volume first? The space occupied by any object is called as volume. Okay? Now, we need to find what? Volume of a stone using Eureka can. Next thing is materials. To do this activity, what are the materials required? First thing is we require Eureka can. Next we require pebbles. Next we require water and a small beaker. Okay? Now how to do this activity? Procedure. First, listen carefully children. First take a Eureka can. Fill the can completely with water. Fill the can completely with water. Now here what do we have for the Eureka can? A spout is there. Spout. Now after filling the can, what do we need to find? Volume of stone. Take a stone. Drop it inside the water. When you drop it inside the water, what happens? Through this spout, some of the water will come out or not? Yes? Yes. Then, whatever water is coming out, near this spout, you place a small beaker. Okay? Near the spout, you place a small beaker. Why we are placing a beaker here? If I drop a stone, what happens? The water will come out through the spout. This water, I am collecting it in this small beaker. On the beaker, do we have readings like 50 ml or 100 ml? We have seen in the lab. Okay? Now, I am collecting the water which is coming out through the spout when I have dropped a stone. From this beaker, the water which has come out, can I find now volume of the water that has come out from the spout or not? This, listen carefully children, this water is nothing but when I have dropped a stone, then only the water has come out through the spout. Hence, this we call weight of displaced liquid. Okay, displaced means it has changed its place. When I haven't dropped the stone, the liquid was inside the Eureka can. When I have dropped a stone, some of the water has come out. That means the water has changed its place. Hence, displaced liquid. What I am calling it as displaced liquid. Okay. Weight of this displaced liquid will give you volume of your pebble. Okay children, this is your activity regarding how to find the volume of a stone using Eureka can. See, initially when I haven't dropped the stone, water has occupied the space inside the can. When I have dropped a stone, the water has displaced its place. Which one has occupied the water place now? Stone. Okay. This weight of the displaced liquid itself gives you volume of the stone. Followed? Let us read once the activity. Aim to measure the volume of a stone using Eureka can. Materials required: Eureka can, pebbles, water and bucket. I have taken a beaker. You can write it as a bucket also. Procedure: fill the Eureka can with water to the top. Keep the can near the bucket. Drop the pebbles slowly inside the can. Observe. Observation. We will observe that when the pebbles are put inside the can, water starts flowing out of the spout of the can. This is because the pebbles displace water equal to their mass. The pebbles displace water equal to their mass. The water displaced out can be measured. It is equivalent to the volume of the pebbles. Inference: a solid object placed inside a Eureka can displaces water equivalent to its mass. That means this water is equivalent to the mass of the pebbles. Okay? This is your activity 1. Children, for your homework, you practice this activity in your homework book twice. Draw the Eureka can figure also. Okay children, thank you.